Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta sa inyong lahat? The prophecy foretold by every burnt out content creator is coming true. The great migration, the mass exodus, the slow melodramatic farewell tour of Genshin Impact content creators packing their virtual bags and heading towards a new promised land. Wuthering Waves. Once kings and queens of Teyvat, they now embark on a journey for something more, something fresher, something that doesn't make them debate whether they really need to make another best artifacts for Hu Tao video. And the question we must ask is, why now? Why Wuthering Waves? And how long until history repeats itself? Like all live service games, Genshin Impact has an expiration date on its hype. And let's be real, some folks have already seen the mold growing on it. Even the most die-hard content creators have a breaking point. The game has settled into a predictable, almost comically repetitive cycle. New region, new Archon, same rebranded events, rinse and repeat. At this point, even Paimon sounds like she's reading off a script she's long since lost interest in. And as the sense of novelty erodes with every minor tweak masquerading as a fresh update, one question remains. What's left to talk about? Many guide makers have already hit that wall. How many times can you really rank the same 5-star characters before their tier list turns into a recycled meme? Even speedrunners, once reveling in breaking the game's mechanics, have realized that the real challenge is mustering the willpower to care. Anthony Chen, Sevi Plays, and Wallenstein Channel. These creators have ridden the highs and lows of the Genshin content cycle, have openly discussed the burnout. After years of debating the same artifact sets, reacting to drip marketing like it's an earth-shattering reveal, and pretending a slightly different event format is groundbreaking, creators are naturally looking for the exit sign. The question isn't whether Genshin will continue, because it will. The question is whether anyone still has the energy to pretend every QOL update is a miracle. One of the biggest grievances among creators is the almost dystopian grip of Hoyoverse's creator program. While not all creators are trapped in these contracts, those who are might as well have signed away their digital souls. Reports suggest that agreeing in Hoyoverse's terms is akin to pledging eternal loyalty to the Church of Teyvat. No other games, no competition, just pure unrelenting devotion to the algorithm overlords. And in return for this unwavering servitude, not riches, not fame, but a paycheck that can barely cover a tent pole. Content creators have increasingly voiced their frustration over these draconian conditions. In a previous video, Styx spilled the tea, revealing how Kuru Games, the developers behind Wuthering Waves, offered better pay, complete creative freedom, and the shocking radical concept of respect. If you had to choose between a gilded cage that pays in peanuts and an open field where you're free to create and get properly compensated, is there even a choice? Thanks to competition, Wuthering Waves is a divine intervention for weary gacha players. It's fresh, exhilarating, and brace yourself, it's actually giving players what they've been begging for. More generous rewards. Check. Better combat fluidity. Check. A developer team that doesn't treat players' feedback like an ancient relic lost to time. A check so massive it deserves its own 5-star banner. And this shift isn't something new. It's the gaming industry's equivalent of natural selection. Just as Fortnite refugees sought salvation in Warzone, and World of Warcraft defectors found their new home in Final Fantasy XIV, Genshin creators are following the age-old tradition of abandoning stagnation for innovation. And can you blame them? When your job involves pretending the 57th rerun of an event is game-changing, you'd be desperate for an escape too. Of course, not everyone is thrilled about this mass migration. The Genshin Loyalists, those who have sworn a blood oath to Teyvat, are quick to dismiss this shift, clutching their primogems like it's a lifeline. They chant the sacred mantra, Genshin isn't dying, and technically they're right. The game isn't dead. It's still raking in billions, but let's be real. So did Blockbuster before Netflix came knocking. The numbers don't lie. Viewership on Genshin YouTube videos has been spiraling downward like a poorly aimed venti ult. Streamer engagement is nosediving. New player retention? Let's just say Hoyoverse would have better luck reviving it with a 7-day login event. Denial is a powerful thing, but even the most diehard Genshin fans can't keep patching up the cracks in the foundation with copium forever. So, what does this all mean for the future of Genshin Impact content? Will creators eventually return to the game? Perhaps some may return for the next big expansion or a new Archon quest that shakes things up. But for many, the shift is permanent. They've found a game that treats them better, engages them more, and reignites their passion for content creation. Wuthering Waves isn't the final stop for everyone either. Some creators are branching into variety content, indie games, or other gacha titles that allow for more creative freedom. The truth is that content creation thrives on evolution. Stagnation is a death sentence in the world of online entertainment, and those who adapt always survive. So here we are. The Genshin Exodus is real, and it's only the beginning. More creators will make the switch, more discussions will arise, and more games will challenge the titan that is Hoyoverse, the hegemony that is Hoyoverse. Whether Genshin is dead isn't the real question. It's whether it's evolving fast enough to keep its creators and players engaged before they collectively yeet themselves into the sunset. Some will call this shift a betrayal. Others will see it as a natural progression. But one thing is clear, is stagnation is the real final boss no amount of primogems can overcome. If Hoyoverse doesn't adapt, it won't be Wuthering Waves or any other game that kills Genshin. It'll be its own inability to keep up with a changing industry. So, what do you think? Are you sticking with Genshin or are you also looking for something fresh? Are you Team Hoyoverse or Team Give Me a Game that respects my time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you're interested in more content about the shifting tides of the gacha game industry, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell icon. Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and for the love of Archons, don't let your creativity be shackled. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.